Hey everyone. So back at vlog number 3, we're keeping the consistency a little later than usual, but that's okay. So today in the journey of building or doubling a business in 6 months, getting in the best shape of blah, 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 everything like that, actually had a fairly successful day besides, you know, despite obstacles, actually. Did a very successful day despite obstacles. So, woke up, had a decent night's sleep, slept in a little bit awkward, it's just so cold, which is fine. So not every day do I get up ready to jump out of bed and attack the world. It's you need to get up, do the thing when you do the thing. Went to the gym early in the morning, good workout, all shoulder dominant, so all delt work, like low systemic fatigue, high local fatigue, which is kind of like the perfect delt workout. And also when you're trying new equipment for the first time, you generally can get a little bit sore if you push a little bit. So they got a fair bit of chest DOMs just from doing a different chest workout, which is always a good sign. But this week is kind of like the acclimation phase of the training program. So in a training program, even if you're experienced, the first week of a new program should be dedicated towards acclimation, not towards absolutely crushing yourself in the gym, because you have time to build that volume up and to build that intensity as you refine the movement pattern and learn it, and you create a higher level of neurological and muscular maturity, which is all good things. So very, very happy with how that went. Actually looking forward to pushing more volume. Very excited for tomorrow's leg day. Again, whole bunch of new stuff to play with. My quads should be totally fucked, which is the goal of that particular leg day. So winning there. Work-wise, 3 back-to-back coaching calls and then straight into make lunch and then to MPC coaching call. And really today was interesting because everything had kind of a theme across it. And this theme really can translate to a lot of other successful endeavors. And the theme it was mitigating risk. So at the beginning of the day, as I logged into Ads Manager to check the ads, guess what? Ads Manager was down, which it happens. I thought my account might have been blocked, which was a little bit of a panic-inducing moment there. But when I realized it worked on the mobile, it didn't work on the website, it's obviously just a meta-specific issue. And that shit happens. But I don't have to worry about that as being the main issue because I have email marketing, I have organic marketing, I have social media, I have lots of referral patterns, systems, I have lots of things put together. So I don't get freaked out because I'm not reliant on one thing. And I was talking to my first student who runs a successful in-person coaching business in Pennsylvania with multiple employees. We're looking at diversifying his marketing actually into paid, because that's going to be the fastest way he can fill those things up. His organic is actually really good, so we're going to keep it that way. My second call with a very successful online coach I train with in Australia, we're looking at her systems. We're going to move into regular paid marketing to get a consistent flow of between 1 to 3 people per week in a business, not absolutely grinding it out and trying to spend, but creating a series of ads that work for that particular person, so then we can rotate through them and generate consistent lead and cash flow. And then the third student, the exact same thing, but then differentiating them into a low ticket program and a high ticket program where the marketing campaign essentially isolates those people, and people who are best suited for the lower ticket item just pay without any kind of, it's all automated basically, which is ideal. So, and then the mentoring call, people were talking about their marketing and doing their content and stuff like that, and being locked out of Facebook and not having time. And it came to the idea of when you do build a marketing campaign out, you need to be thinking a little bit longer term rather than just like, how am I going to get clients today? And this is something that a lot of people don't think about. And if we look at physique stuff, it kind of reflects exactly what I was saying. I'm not using all my tricks today. I'm not smashing myself today. Diet-wise, I'm not going immediately down to 1,800 calories. I'm starting off 3,000 calories as my initial deficit and seeing about a kilo weight loss already, and it's Wednesday, which is good. We need to make sure that we don't use all our things at one time, and that we have plans for the future to mitigate future risk. So, example of physique stuff. I've started off by actually not worrying about my step count. I'm not doing a structured step count, which is what a lot of people will go for straight away, because I'm not deep enough in the diet to be worried about, reducing my output. I'm really not. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm not feeling tired, I don't feel like I want to lay down, etc. So my NEAT is going to be higher anyway. I don't need to track every step obsessively. I've introduced cardiovascular training straight up off the bat because what I find is I partition better later on the diet the higher my cardiovascular base. So running 3 times a week, 2 high intensity interval training sessions a week, which only go from 5 to 10 minutes, so it's super long, quite intense. That's a really good cardio start. And today the run was only 4 and a bit kilometers, 20 minutes. So nothing that's super over the top, I'll have one more run at the end of the week, which will be an easier run, probably 3 kilometers, and I'll gradually build that up over time. So what I'm doing here is I'm implementing things that will help get me positive outcomes now, but I'm leaving things in the future to mitigate risk, and the risk being I don't get as lean as I want. I want to be able to bring things in rather than just blast everything in one day long. So like clenbuterol, something a lot of bodybuilders will blast in day one. You don't need it till later on in the prep if you do everything else right. With business, a lot of people will look at when they first get into ads, they'll just blast ads, forget their organic content, or they'll do really well with organic and reaching out, so they'll think ads are stupid. Or they won't do email marketing and have a website because, oh, I'm doing so well without that. Well, that's great that you're doing so well without that. You've got that skill set, but it means you're also lacking another skill set. You're missing something and you don't own the leads, because when you do Instagram, Facebook marketing, Meta owns the leads. They can shut down your account like that. And when that happens, guess what? You're screwed. So a lot of today was all about risk mitigation, which, sounds like a really boring topic, but it allows you to build a much more, a much better plan for developing a physique and getting in the best shape of your life. It also allows you to have plans to build up your business systematically and have leads coming in from multiple angles. And as someone who's had businesses for a long, long time, if you have leads coming in from different sources that are unexpected, it's a great feeling because it makes you feel safe in what you're doing, which is really, really fantastic. Then in the afternoon, got to spend some time with my daughter, take her to the beach. First time being with the beach since we moved here, which was awesome. Get some of that, negative electrons from the water. But generally just playing around with her and being a goober was really, really good fun. Back down to work after she's in bed, client consult, and get it happening. So we go through the things that I've talked about the last couple of days, the best ability being availability. Sometimes I have to be available after hours to do stuff. So in future, what I'll do is in these times, I'll probably go for a walk beforehand to make sure I hit my non-exercise activity thermogenesis goals. Business, I'll do what's left of my operational checklist after hours. And if that needs to be done, that needs to be done. And I then have the ability to start building out all the other stuff right now, which is already established, but then really start leveraging these systems. So multiple ads, multiple streams of income coming in, it makes things so much easier, because if one thing doesn't work as expected, that's cool. The next option's ready to go. The next thing's ready to go. And if you're not relying on one thing, and that one thing that you're doing at that time doesn't work as expected, you don't panic. That's the real beauty of it. So when we were in our gym, we only did Facebook marketing. We didn't do organic content. I was useless at putting out content, which was like seriously one of the biggest regrets of my life now, not actually getting involved in social media and just hating it at a very long time ago. We relied on ads, but guess what? The ads didn't work. We had no one new come in. And we also didn't have an in-place referral program. We got referrals, but we didn't actively chase it or pursue it. So it was like literally waiting with bated breath every single ad campaign that launched to see if it would be a hit. Because if it wasn't a hit, it took a little longer to do it in those days. We had to get a new ad, get it approved, put it up. Now it's like you can have that up in 20 minutes. So that's the thing that we need to look at. How are we mitigating our risk across multiple domains? How are we not basically bulletproofing our business, our ability to change our body composition, all these things to make sure we get the most amount of success. That's today's vlog, guys. See you soon.